So what is the BRR strategy? What is the BRR strategy? Buy, renovate, refinance and rent. So this is the best strategy to recycle your money quicker. This is what's going to help scale your portfolio quicker as well. So the old-fashioned way of buying a property, saving up, buying a property, then saving up again to buy, you're never ever going to scale that way. So this isn't, again, everything I say I do, this isn't reinventing any sort of wheel. This has been done for years by seasoned investors. They've grown dozens, hundreds of properties. This is a strategy that they use. So basically, in a nutshell, you're buying a property like this, like something I'm in just now, which I'll talk about. You're buying this at a discount preferably, so you look to get a bit of a discount even on something that needs a lot of work spent on it. So you're buying it at a discount, you're renovating it, you're bringing it up to a standard, and then you're going to refinance that through your lender, which is going to release that money and you can recycle again. So yeah, you're just looking to as big a discount as possible on something like this, but not always a massive discount. Even when you look at this needs a lot of work. It was just as bad when I first bought it. We've obviously stripped it all out and everything, ready for plastering. But if you can get something at a discount, if you get something like this needing a full renovation at even close to market value, sometimes it will still work. You just need to obviously take into consideration your numbers, your ADS. You're always thinking about what the end value is, starting there. What is the end value? Work your way back, including ADS, legals, the refurb costs, any sourcing fees, any broker fees, anything like that. And I'll show you some of my numbers on this one very soon. But yeah, that's the strategy you want to be adopting if you want to scale your portfolio quickly. So I'll take you a little walk around this one. This is one that I have going on in Glasgow, in the Milton area of Glasgow. And basically, as I say, it's a 3-bed, it was a 2-bed house. We're making it back into a 3-bed. It should have been a 3-bed. They've done something crazy up the stairs with a toilet and a bedroom. You can put a wee photo of that up, Alex. But here, we're in the kitchen just now. So the new kitchen's going to go along this wall, take an L turn here, and over to that wall over there. We've got a really big garden out there as well. Right now, I'm in two minds of what I'm actually going to do with this garden, because that is an absolute jungle out there. But we're going to tidy it up. We'll get it looking nice, and just again, all that sort of stuff is going to add to the value, and that's exactly what you need to be looking at when you're doing this strategy. You need to be looking at where can I add the most value, and that is predominantly in the kitchen and in the bathroom a lot of the time. So these are the two things that you'll be spending. I wouldn't say the most money. I mean, this needs windows. It needs, a lot spent in the garden, but you will spend your money here because this is what people see. This is what surveyors see. This is what tenants see. This is what buyers see if you are going to sell the property. They see a really nice looking bathroom. They see a really nice looking kitchen, and that's what draws them in. But this bathroom, it's a decent enough size. We'll put the bath here, put a shower, toilet, sink, and you'll still have a wee bit of space there to get dried and whatnot. So this is where, again, I will spend the money. I was going to do herringbone all over the lounge, the kitchen and the bathroom. I'm going to just do laminate because I will just be looking to refinance and rent it out as my exit number one. And that just saves a little bit of cost. There's a common theme in the industry. If you're refinancing and renting, you don't do as high a standard as a flip. I'm the opposite. I do pretty much the same standard. I'll not do herringbone, I'll do laminate. For a flip, I'd maybe do herringbone. So just wee things like that, but I won't be wet walling the bathroom. A lot of investors prefer just to wet wall, just put a wet wall over it, a nice wet wall, get it refinanced, get rented. I'll still do a tile in there, probably half tile. Probably still go with a really nice shaker style kitchen, nice handles, just some nice fixtures across the full property really. I won't skip and scrape on my costs just to try and save a bit of money. I feel like you get more on the other end, especially when you get tenants through the door, and just a better calibre of tenant potentially as well in my experience. So that's just me. I will still spend a little bit more even doing my BRR, and then you're giving yourself the best chance to get the best end value as well when the surveyor comes in. So we're going to need to alter the stairs down there as well, which is a kind of job and a work in progress really. And in here, this is where it gets quite interesting because this is obviously 3 bedrooms, there's 3 entrances here. But what we had in here was a toilet. We actually had a toilet in here, and it was like an open-aired toilet, which we can put up on the screen and just show you what it looked like. But yeah, it was very, very bizarre, and this was all the one bedroom, so they attempted to do a DIY ensuite here. I've never seen anything like it, to be honest. It was hilarious, but you know, it would have worked for that family, so we are going to convert it back into the 3 bedrooms that it's supposed to be. The partition will be here, bedroom 1 and bedroom 2, just where I'm standing just now, and then into bedroom 3 here as well. So you can see the amount of work actually required here. Windows so old, they're going to get replaced as well. Yeah, it's a big one. So I'm going to go through the numbers for this one here. This is a sort of calculator that I use for all my BRRs, my flips and whatnot. This will give us all the costs associated with it. So ignore the address, that's a different one, but we have the purchase price here, 77,500. It was valued at 90,000 when I bought it. We actually tried to sell this on the market. This was a client that came to Smart Sales and Investments. We couldn't quite get the sale over the line. There was just too much work needing done. Not even any bridging lender would touch it. I've came in and cash purchased it for 77,500 with a 90 home report. The ADS is 6,200. These are all your bridging costs if you are using bridging. So this is just some of the fees you need to actually think about when you're using bridging. Your acceptance fee, your legal fee, your broker fee, your insurance, a transfer fee, title transfer, and then there's other costs. And also you're going to have your interest rate as well. So here I'm putting in 40,000. I wanted to spend 30. I don't think I'm going to be able to spend 30 to be totally honest. Hoping for maybe 35,000, that would be brilliant. Solicitor to purchase was £1,000. Here's my holding costs. So I'll be holding this for 6 months. Whether I sell it, whether I refinance it, I shouldn't be more than 6 months. The interest rate, well, at 0% because this is investor funded. So an investor, as I'll show you in a minute, has funded this. We have the council tax at £150 per month, roughly give or take. We're at utilities for £50 a month, and the insurance is £50 a month for the 6 months that I'm going to hold this. For selling costs, if we were selling, this is going to help you with your flip numbers, is 1,200 for the solicitor, the home report will be 540, marketing will be 200, and the private investor has gave me £85,000 at a 10% return, so brilliant return for him in the space of 6 months. This is all your totals down the bottom as well. And then for your returns, if I was to flip this and get my end value of 160,000, then I would be looking at £23,360 profit. I'm likely going to refinance and rent this out. If I get my end value of 160 and I refinance it at 75% loan to value, I've got a 7% interest rate here because this is Athol Steel Construction, which means that may change. I may only get 75% loan to value, but we went with 75 I may only get 70% loan to value, but I went with 75 at the minute. But I've given myself the interest rate that I think it may be at that time with an arrangement rate of 2%. This is giving me my repayments. My monthly rent is 1,300 minus my repayments. That gives me £536 a month profit, and all money will be out of this deal in 31 months. So it's a really good BRR deal, and that's just typical sort of BRR. That's the sort of numbers you're looking at. And yeah, it's a good one. It's got 2 exits, which I absolutely love with every property that I do. I can flip this, I can BRR, serviced accommodation, potentially the neighbour next door is actually really brand new. So yeah, you could maybe get away with that and maybe get a little bit higher cash flow as well. But for me, exit number 1, BRR, it's a big project. But yeah, it's an exciting one. So I hope that's kind of explained a little bit about what BRR actually is, how pivotal it actually is to growing your portfolio. There's guys in the network that are just using this constantly. They're buying properties every single week. They're getting investor finance. You're being able to get 85% loan to value on bridges at the minute with a certain lender. So 15% down plus your ADS, sourcing fee, refurb. It's bringing your costs right down, which is allowing you to scale more, refinance more, and once you start doing it more and more, get 2 properties become 4 properties, become 8 properties, it compounds a lot quicker than you actually think. So if you've got a pot of cash there, if you get 30, 40, 50 plus grand, you can get your first BRR under your belt. You can get it refurbed get the new value, refinance as much money as you can out, then you've got the cash flow coming in, you've refinanced, you can go again, and then again, and then again. So that's the BRR strategy. So thanks for watching. That is the BRR strategy, whatever you want to call it. It's a great strategy. Recycle your money, get doing it, get active. If you've got a pot of cash here, just get started and get your first one under your belt. Drop a comment, any comments, any questions. If you got value, let us know, and I will see you in the next one.